a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kind of tired.
All right, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Steps away. They find some open field here. Give them 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's gone. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now.
Goff on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw here. On the move to his left. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Green 39. Green.
After the interception, here's Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jags. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
He's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Fresh set of downs here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a throw right sideline is complete. And now look, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to and apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He's got time. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? We're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
They'll run the option left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down is gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had... good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play. And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Now let's go. Boom,
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Green 39. Green.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They go play action here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
Super toe.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On second down, here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Defense.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he's... Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
All right, now look at Detroit. Detroit. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. That touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now it's gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
One last throw here for Gone. And that will be incomplete.